WL Louisiana News at 5 begins with breaking news.
That breaking news this evening is out of New Orleans. Take a look. The FBI released a new picture of the Bourbon Street Attack suspect riding a bicycle through the French Quarter on October 31st of 2024. The FBI is asking for anyone who was in the quarter that day, that was on Halloween, between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. to contact them if they have information that may help the investigation. You can call the tip line, that number 1-800-225-5324. Good evening and thank you for watching. I'm Devin Bartolotta. Tonight, the parents of a Plaquemines Parish man seriously injured during the Bourbon Street attack are speaking out. They say that New Orleans' lack of security in the French Quarter on New Year's Eve left the city wide open for a terrorist attack. Paul Murphy joins us live from University Medical Center with more. Paul?
Devin, we spoke to the Grahams just as their son was undergoing a second in what will likely be a series of surgeries here at UMC. They told us that they feel let down by the city and say that New Orleans leaders should have done a better job protecting their son and other New Year's Eve revelers. Carmela and Emil Graham are devastated.
It's going to be a lot of therapy, especially for him and for me.
Their 23-year-old son, also named Emil, is one of the more than 30 injured during the Bourbon Street attack early New Year's morning in New Orleans.
We got a call at like 3-something in the morning stating our son was going to UMC for a vehicular accident.
The Grahams arrived at the hospital to learn their son was hit by an Army veteran who drove a truck into revelers in the French Quarter, leaving 14 dead and many others like their son with life-altering injuries.
His right shoulder broke in 3 different places. His ribs were fractured, his hips were fractured, and both of his legs are broke.
The Grahams, who have a farm in Plaquemines Parish, say the city should have done a better job securing the quarter during the New Year's and Sugar Bowl festivities.
They should have protected the people better than this. Nobody deserved to die like that. These people are burying their children. These are all young people that got hurt.
It was just completely like they left it open for something like this to happen.
Tuesday, Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrow announced she has launched a top-to-bottom review of what security measures were in place, what weren't, and why.
That's not a process that's necessarily designed to blame anybody. It's a process so that we can really critically evaluate how we got here and to make sure that we never end up here again.
According to Murrow, we have to be prepared for a new, more troubling reality.
We have to wrap our arms around the fact that this city can be a target for terrorism and that isn't going to change.
The Grahams have now opened a GoFundMe account to help their son with medical and other expenses.
Trying to stay strong for him, but some of the stuff that he's going through is just hard because I want to take his pain from him, but I can't. And it's a nightmare.
Graham's best friend, Hubert Gautreaux, a 21-year-old Archbishop Shaw High School graduate from the West Bank, died in the attack. And AG Murrow told us that she hopes to have a preliminary report ready for lawmakers to consider when they come into regular session, which begins in April. We're live outside UMC. Paul Murphy, WL Louisiana.
Paul, thank you so much. Today, the United Way of Southeast Louisiana announced the first distributions from the United for New Orleans Relief Fund to support victims of the attack. About $360,000 in grants will go to people and families affected. That includes up to $15,000 per family for funeral and trauma-related expenses, up to $3,500 for injured victims, and a $10,000 grant that will go to the FBI's Family Assistance Center. That's located at the St. Martin de Porres Parish School on Elysian Fields.
Yes, the voices are out there, and the voices would like to discourage me by calling for me to resign. And I'm not going to do that.
That was Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick declaring she will not resign in the wake of the Bourbon Street attack. There have been calls on national news outlets for her to step down from her position. Today, a group of religious leaders held a press conference to offer their support of Kirkpatrick and the work she's doing within the NOPD. The group offered up prayers and praise for Kirkpatrick's leadership throughout this tragedy.
And one of the things that rose up into me as she's gotten misjudged in the national media is that she doesn't deserve what she's received. And so there was sort of a holy consternation that rose up, and I said, she's not part of the problem, she's part of the solution.
A UNO survey released last year had Kirkpatrick as one of the few city officials with a positive job approval rating.